Yes, thank you, Marco. I would love to be able to do this in Italian, but I'm afraid that it's going to be easier for me to do it in English.
Honorable members of the European Parliament and representatives of the government of Poland, of the Council, colleagues and friends, ambassadors, every time I come at this building, I always recall a quote of Jean Monnet, who was always saying, we are not forming a coalition of states, we are uniting people. And this is the way how we have to conceive this kind of a meeting. We are not trying to build a coalition in between opposition and government. We have the great honor to represent the Albanian citizens, which for sure will have their own representatives on the next European Parliament from 2029 to 2034. And maybe any one of us from the Albanian side might have the great honor to be the first representatives of Albania to be elected in the European Parliament, although that we have the great honor to have Albanians already elected in European Parliament from our great diaspora, like Mr. Dibrani, I see him there. So on behalf of the Albanian government, I would like to express our deep appreciation for the continued support of the main political groups in the European Parliament for the EU enlargement process. I have to say that it's because of the European Parliament, it's because of S&D, EPP, the other great political groups, but mainly the two big political groups that has kept alive the word enlargement in the European vocabulary. And this is something very good. Albania now has had a great progress ahead with the process of European integration. We have already made some tangible progress. Within the 8 months, we have opened 24 out of 33 chapters. Cluster 1 opened on 15th of October last year, Cluster 6, 17 December last year, Cluster 2 on 14th of April 2025, Cluster 3 on 22nd of May, and on 11th of June, some days ahead, we received a letter to present our negotiation position for Cluster 4. This is a great achievement, and this rapid progress reflects not only Albania's deep commitment to reforms towards the European Union, but also it shows that we are delivering. We firmly believe that Albania's determined pursuit of EU membership will act as a catalyst for faster economic growth, narrowing the gap between our country and EU member states. But more importantly, we see reforms not merely as a checklist of some technical conditions, but as a moral, as a political imperative, benefiting our citizens above all. We fully understand that accession is a merit-based process. We also recognize that this historic journey is not solely about aligning laws and policies with acquis, but about embracing the fundamental values of the Union. Democracy as the only path, human rights as its foundation, the rule of law as its operational model, and fundamental freedoms as its compass. We are fortunate to enjoy overwhelming support from the Albanian people. Over 90% of the Albanians, both at home and in our diaspora, support our EU membership, 90%. In Europe, on last barometer, it was 52%. So we are lucky a lot. For Albanians, the sun rises from the west, and the parliamentary elections of 11th of May 2025 confirmed this pro-European orientation. Our citizens made a clear choice to continue the path of reforms and to accelerate the EU integration process. These elections were historic, not only because of their outcome, but also for the introduction, for the first time, of out-of-country voting. The joint observation mission compassed by the OSCE, ODIHR, and OSCE Parliamentary Assembly, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe and the European Parliament, stated one day after the elections to Albania's parliament were competitive and professionally managed. The authorities rose to challenge of organizing out-of-country voting for the first time, and candidates could mostly campaign freely. Honourable members, allow me now to focus briefly on some key areas of reforms. On rule of law and justice reform, Albania has undertaken very significant steps to strengthen the so far achievements, demonstrating a clear commitment to the European integration process. The implementation of a far-reaching justice reform, particularly the vetting of judges and prosecutors, represents a transformative effort to restore integrity, professionalism, and public trust in the judiciary system. On 27 November 2024, Albania completed the vetting process for 805 first-instance judges and prosecutors, an unprecedented achievement that reinforces meritocracy, impartiality, and integrity across the justice system. To sustain and deepen these reforms, we have adopted the 2024-2030 intersectoral justice strategy, a forward-looking framework harmonized with the European Commission's Progress Report recommendations. This strategic alignment underscores Albania's long-term commitment to upholding European values and legal standards. In parallel, the special anti-corruption structure called SPAC has made measurable progress in combating high-level corruption and organized crime. Our determination to build the institutional resilience is reflected in the adoption of 2024-2030 intersectoral anti-corruption strategy and 2024-2026 action plan, following an inclusive consultation process involving 47 central institutions, 61 municipalities, and 12 counties. Further, the Asset Recovery Office and the Agency of the Administration of Seized and Confiscated Assets have been empowered to ensure the effective identification, seizure, and repurposing of illicit assets. An important piece of legislation concerning the asset recovery will be passing in our plenary session in our Parliament on the 26th of June this month. In the financial domain, our Financial Intelligence Agency now operates under a risk-based supervisory model, enhancing compliance with EU standards on anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing. These achievements reflect Albania's steadfast political will to uphold the rule of law and meet the EU accession criteria. We remain committed to working closely with the EU institutions, with the European Parliament as well, to ensure that the reforms are not only adopted, but fully, effectively implemented, paving the way for a just, for a transparent, accountable governance system for all citizens. To meet the evolving security challenges and enhance our institutional capacities, Albania has undertaken structural reforms in policing and border management. In the digital and counter-narcotics domains, we have established a 24/7 national cyber monitoring center and activated the national early warning system. Dear colleagues, our vision is clear. We aim to close our accession negotiations with you by 2027 and to secure full EU membership within this decade. The European Union is not merely our destination, but it is a benchmark of governance, prosperity and solidarity to which my dear country Albania aspires. I extend my deepest gratitude always for your partnership, for your guidance, for your trust. I always say it's my 16th meeting of SAPC out of 19. That this room has always been a room of people that support my country, and we're very thankful to that. And to conclude, I want to emphasize that the decision for opening the European Parliament office in Tirana is a very good sign, which will further strengthen our cooperation towards a united and stronger Europe. This office reflects the European Parliament's firm support for Albania's EU integration, path and dedication, to strengthen democratic institutions, rule of law, and engagement with citizens across the Western Balkans. The Tirana office will serve as a vital bridge, promoting dialogue, facilitating cooperation with the Albanian institution, with the civil society, with the countries, neighboring countries, and ensuring that the values and the voices of citizens are fully reflected. The ongoing accession process. The European Parliament remains always the best example of democracy. Thank you very much.